All right, welcome to Life Extension Live. I'm Dr. Mike. The plant-based milk alternatives are really all the rage today. You find them in most supermarkets now. There was a time you would only find these products in specialty nutrition stores, but you find them all over the place. There's a lot of questions about them, though. Are they healthier than good old-fashioned cow's milk? What are some of the unique properties of the different plant-based alternatives? So I have an expert with me, Holli Ryan. She's a registered dietitian and a blog author. She's going to help us to kind of understand all this so we can really make good informed decisions, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and as you can see, we're going to taste them.
We are going to taste them.
Yeah.
And they're all different colors and textures. It looks very interesting.
It does. So let's start off, first of all, just give us a quick rundown of, what are these plant-based beverages, milks?
Yeah, so ultimately they're beverages derived from plants, right? So they're made by soaking and extracting the different compounds in the plant, combining them with water, and they're from different sources. So it could be nut-derived, seed-derived, grain-derived. So, you have your oat milk, that's a grain one, and then, of course, like cashew is going to be from nuts.
Yeah, so we actually have, now in this setup, we have the good old-fashioned cow's milk, right?
Yep.
Soy. Then we have almond, coconut, oats, cashew, hemp, and macadamia.
Yeah, that's
my favorite nut.
Those are good. That's a newer macadamia. I feel like is one of the newer ones on the market.
I'm very interested in that. Now, before we do this, one last kind of intro question. Listen, people that really drink these, that are really into these plant-based milks, they are going to get on their soapbox and they're going to tell you they are definitely healthier than good old-fashioned cow's milk. What do you think about that?
Listen, when we hear the word plant-based, it tends to ring true in our mind, hey, that's going to be healthier for me. But it's not always the case. Ultimately, these actually are kind of going to be a processed type of food because they do need to go through some level of processing. And because of that, and because manufacturers need to try to compensate for the texture, they're trying to mimic milk, essentially. They may be adding some gums, some gels, some emulsifiers. Some of these can be a concern when consumed in, excessive amounts.
Large amounts, yeah.
If you're having it, in your coffee or, as a substitute for milk here and there, it may not be an issue. Hey, if you're drinking a gallon of it a day, especially if it's one that actually does have more additives, like, for example, this manufacturer, they advertise only 3 ingredients. So that seems like a better choice. So kind of just pay attention to the list of ingredients, I would say.
All right. So we're also going to, what we want to do here, because you mentioned this, the manufacturers, what their ultimate goal is to make it feel right and kind of have that taste feel of cow's milk, right? That because people know cow's milk. So if you're going to really do this, they're really trying to mimic that. So when we do this taste test, we're going to be kind of comparing it to the classic, right? And that's going to give us an idea of where they sit in terms of how they compare.
Yeah,
right.
So the whole milk, the cow's milk is going to be our control today. And not only are the manufacturers trying to mimic the taste and texture, but also the nutritional profile of cow's milk. Because dairy milk, it does contain protein, calcium, vitamin A, vitamin D. Some of those are added in, the A and D, for example, but naturally occurring 8 grams of protein per glass, which is pretty significant.
And we're going to talk about that. So when we do this, each one of these kind of has a unique maybe thing about them that consumers could know. So we're going to take a drink of good old-fashioned cow's milk, right?
Okay, let's do it.
Because this is the classic. This is what we grew up with, right? So if you want to hand me mine, you go ahead and take yours. This is it. Oh, nice cold glass of milk.
Okay, cheers.
This is good, Robson. Yeah. All right. It's cow's milk. There's a creaminess. There's a smoothness.
Yeah, so personally, I use cow's milk in my cereal. So for me, I drink it pretty often in cereal. I don't really sit down and drink a glass of milk, maybe like how they did in the 1950s. I feel like it was very common to have your dinner, have like a full glass of milk with dinner. I don't do that, but I do have it in my cereal.
Yeah. Okay, so classic, good protein source. They add some vitamins and to it, so that's great. So we're going to now move to soy. Now, soy, probably the most popular, right? In terms of the different alternatives out there. What makes this, though, what's the real benefit, the maybe unique benefit?
Yeah, so I mean, in terms of popularity, I would say it was one of the first alternate milks on the market. Today, you know, some people are touchy about soy, and I guess we're not going to go there on today's show, but soy does have some unique nutritional properties to it that does make it a good option. In terms of taste, I'm curious to see how the unsweetened version is, because sometimes I'll get soy in my latte and it has sugar in it, you know, it's sweetened. So I'm curious to see how the unsweetened
all
is.
right, yeah.
But I do think it has a very good nutritional profile.
Yeah, good protein, right? At the end of the day, this one is probably closest to milk, right?
It does. It stacks up well to milk.
Yeah.
I believe it also has 8 grams per glass.
By the way, did I mention these are all unsweetened, right? And we wanted to do that because they might add, you know, one might have more sugar than the other, and that might bias a little bit. So let's take a drink of the soy. Let's see what we think. I mean, classic. This is probably one of the first ones, as she said. I mean, I know right away it's not cow's milk.
Yeah.
But
it's good though. I like it.
It's not bad. Maybe it's maybe not as creamy as the cow's milk, but not bad. That's about the only difference.
Yeah, a little bit thinner in terms of like the density, but wow, without the vanilla and without the sweetness, I definitely taste the soy coming through. Like, I mean, it is soy milk.
Is that what I'm tasting?
It is soy milk, but in other words, like, okay, like I recently ate edamame.
That's what soy tastes like?
I recently had some edamame, so like I really taste that soy.
Okay, all right, let's go on then. So listen, not bad. Soy's fine. Let's go to, go ahead and put mine back so they can see that too. Yeah, see. All right, we're going to go to almond milk now. My son loves almond milk, so I'm familiar with this one. So soy has the protein. What about almond milk? What is it providing?
Yeah, so almond milk is going to be really kind of your lower calorie option. It's going to be low fat, low protein. So if you are looking for something that's just like very, low calorie to add to a smoothie, but you're going to be missing that protein, so maybe you want to do like a scoop of protein powder in the smoothie as well. But if you can't do dairy, it's a good option.
It's more than half the calories, or less than half the calories of soy. Mm-hmm. All right, let's try this one.
Okay.
Can you reach yours then?
Yeah, I got mine.
So here's our almond. Oh, see, I like this taste better. I like this better than soy. I don't taste almond, but whatever I'm tasting it's nice. And again, it's about the same, say, creaminess as soy, not quite to the cows, but this one I like almond. So far, almond is my winner.
I like it, but I feel like it has a little bit of an aftertaste that I don't like.
See, I thought that was soy.
Yeah.
And everybody's a little different,
Everybody's
right?
palate is different, so.
All right, moving on, a big one coming up, right? Everybody's talking about coconut. We've even done, Dr. Crystal and I have done some lives on coconut. We opened up Robson coconuts, didn't we? Yeah, what a mess that was. So coconut, this one is kind of like, coming after soy to be the big one.
It's pretty popular.
What's my unique benefit I'm going to get from it?
So it's going to be low glycemic index, which is of course favorable, but high in saturated fat. Yeah,
that doesn't bother me that much. I'm okay.
Right, just, in moderation, of course, but it is something to keep in mind.
Definitely less calories than the soy. So soy so far is the higher protein, higher calorie one, right?
Yes, and also, coconut milk it's going to be low in protein as well, so keep that in mind.
Low in protein. So again, when it comes to mimicking the creaminess and protein level of cow's milk, soy's still kind of our winner there.
Yes.
But for me, I just like the taste better of almond.
Yeah.
And now we're on coconut.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, no. Sorry. No. Coconut does not work.
Do you like coconut, though?
I love coconut. There's something... It doesn't taste... That tasted like water to me that's like has something in it.
Yeah. It is a little bit watery, but I don't mind the taste.
I mean, it's not even close to the creaminess of... which is weird, because it has more fat.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That is interesting. Did you get a low-fat one? I don't know.
It just says unsweetened, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, anyways, that one was a little surprising to me. Coconut is so coconut is 3, soy is 2, and almond is 1 for me so far.
Okay.
And you would just put soy first, then almond, then coconut. You think?
I think I may put almond third at this point.
Oh, did you taste the coconut? All right, we're going to go on to the next one. This one I've never tried. Oats.
You haven't tried oat milk?
I haven't had oat milk before.
I'm curious to see what you
this
think.
one is maybe less processed. Now, I don't know if oat milk in general is less processed, but this brand is.
Right.
Yeah.
The latter is probably true. This brand is, but they're comparably processed.
Okay. It has more calories than these two, less calories than soy.
Yeah, and also it has a good amino acid profile. It has it's a source of soluble fiber, beta glucans, which we know is good for immune health.
Beta glucans, absolutely. Those are wonderful for like stimulating your immune response to get it going.
Yes.
Yeah, this is good. All right, let's try oat milk.
I had some in my matcha latte this morning.
Not bad at all. This one, I have almond and oat tied now. That's good. I could drink
that. Yeah, I
that.
really like oat milk.
It has very similar creaminess to cow.
Yeah.
I like the taste. There's no aftertaste. Yeah, oat is very good.
Yeah, some people are concerned about like anti-nutrients, phytic acid. It can decrease the absorption of certain nutrients.
Yeah. We did a show on anti-nutrients. Our audience may be familiar with that. These are they're not necessarily bad nutrients. They're just nutrients that can slow absorption of some of the good stuff, right? They're not, that word anti scares people.
Yeah. It's, you shouldn't avoid entire food groups. I'm always a big advocate of that. But it's something to keep in mind, if you are drinking it a lot, you may want to take like a mineral booster or just something to help get your minerals back in.
Cashew. Again, I've never had this one. You've tried all of these probably.
I have tried all of these. I'm trying to remember. Hemp was a really long time ago though.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, cashew. Tell us why would I want to choose this one over all the others we've seen so far?
So this is going to be your moderate protein option. So it's not. So these are going to be the 8 grams of protein that you're going to get 4 or 5 grams of protein with the cashew milk, which is pretty good.
Yeah. I've heard it's a lower in sodium, maybe? Am I thinking of another one? I could be thinking of a different.
I think you're thinking of another one.
Oh, coconut milk.
It's low in calcium, though.
Coconut milk's a little lower in sodium. This one.
Calcium.
So cashew doesn't sound like it really is that comparative to some of these other ones. Maybe we'll see what the taste is.
We'll see. But, in terms of calcium, a lot of people wonder, obviously, of course, milk is going to be a great source of calcium. So people wonder, am I going to get that calcium with these plant milks? The answer is going to be yes for the most part.
Jeez. That's not pleasant.
Most of them are fortified with calcium.
That's just, that's like drinking chalk. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
I love cashews, but whatever they do to make that's, they need to go try again. All right, that's cashews. We're going to, it was a little rough.
Not my favorite. I mean, I taste the cashew, but it's not my favorite as a drink, I would say.
I'm tasting something really weird. All right, let's go on to hemp now.
This is popular with desserts, too. Cashew milk.
Yeah, well, maybe
like vegan desserts.
Again, maybe in a recipe.
Yeah, in cooking. Like almonds and cashew, I feel like are very popular in like vegan and vegetarian desserts.
Sure, but just like as a milk to drink or
sit
even with
down.
cereal.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think so.
This would ruin the taste of your cereal. All right. Hemp, obviously, hemp is huge. It's growing. I mentioned coconut is growing in population. Hemp's probably right up there with coconut. Everybody wants everything with hemp, which is great. It's good for you. Again, why would I choose this one?
So similar to cashew, decent amount of protein, moderate amount, but interestingly, it has omega-3s in it.
See that? There you go. Nice. If you want a decent, source of omegas, this might be your thing to do. Let's give hemp a try.
Okay.
It looks creamier than some of the others, right? I think so.
It looks a little bit gritty.
Let's see.
Interesting look.
Not bad. It actually tastes pretty watered down to me, but not bad.
Not bad. I
hemp.
had a little bit of a negative predisposition. I feel like I remembered it tasting bad, but it really doesn't taste bad.
No, it tastes fine. It's a little more It's kind of like the coconut watery.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that's surprising because it looked like it was going to be a little more like cow's milk.
Yes.
Okay. Now the last one, I'm really excited. macadamia nuts. Come on, is there a better nut out there? The only reason we don't eat a lot of macadamias is they're high in fat. They're the highest in calories, I think, per serving.
Yeah, they're pretty high in fat.
Now here's what's interesting. This is low in calorie.
Yeah.
40 calories for an 8-ounce
Okay.
glass.
That's pretty low.
Reading the label here. So why, again, do we know, why would I choose this?
Well, I mean, let's take a look at the nutrition facts here. So, as opposed to the nut itself, moderately low in fat as a beverage, low in protein, but it does have a decent, it's going to have some of your B vitamins. It actually has a little bit of zinc, a little bit of vitamin D, iron, so
Let's try it.
Decent nutrient profile.
I'm excited. Let's see how this goes. Don't disappoint me, macadamians. Oh, God, yeah, it's disappointing. That doesn't taste anything like a macadamia.
Yeah, it does not taste like macadamia.
In most of these, hemp, I don't know what hemp tastes, but I could taste the cashew, I could taste the oat, no coconut. Almond, I could taste this.
Yeah.
There's no taste. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. For me, I could taste what it's from. This,
Yeah.
I don't taste macadamia. It almost tastes kind of floral to me. I don't know why that is, but not
Yeah.
macadamia.
Well, there you go. So again, when I look at this, now if I were going to choose, out of everything I just tasted, I think I like the oats and the almond, these two the best.
Yeah, so for me, the oat and the soy from the plant milks.
Yeah, very good.
But I'm still a fan, of cow's milk.
None of them taste like cow's milk, which is our standard, our gold standard, right? None of them had that creaminess, and the mouthfeel that people want, right? You're not going to find that in these, but these are still good alternatives. Most of them are lower in calorie, moderate protein. So, yeah, go for it if this is what you want to do. Dr. Holli, thank you for joining us today. I always called you doctor.
I'll take
You're
it.
close, right? Yeah. I want to thank everybody for watching today. Let us know what your favorite one is. Go out and taste and comment what your favorite alternative milk product is, plant-based, right? So don't forget, I'm Dr. Mike. We go live every Wednesday at noon Eastern Time. We would love to see you next Wednesday right here for our next show. Everybody, thank you for watching. Take care.
Thank you.